Hey everybody, it's Arthur from season 11 of The Biggest Loser. I've tried to record this a couple of times, so this is my last chance. Giving you guys a quick rundown of the last 2 weeks of this show, and then of course comment on the big news that's been going around this week. I want to go back to the week Daphne and Conda went home because I think it really leads into this past week where they both went home to represent their teams weight loss wise, and Daphne loses 12, Conda loses 10, and then this week Conda gains 1 and Daphne gains 2. And I really think that's a telltale sign of what happened the week before. You know, they probably tried to cut and get as low as they could and dehydrated themselves and didn't necessarily lose that amount of weight. They probably cut water. And so this week they're having to chase that. Now I don't know if Daphne purposely gained. I don't know if she purposely gained. It didn't look like that was her intention. So that's the only thing I can see of why Daphne gained, because from what it looked and what she said, or as far as what she had said, is she'd been trying to get out every day all week knowing that she had to be the biggest loser. So I don't know if she just got fed up, towards the end and just wanted to go home and did what she would, needed to do to go home. But maybe somebody else out there can tell me. And I'm pretty sure Conda didn't want to lose a whole lot if they were purposely throwing it, but I don't know if she necessarily would want to gain. So that's kind of how, what led up to this week. And the black team throws the weigh-in, which, it happens probably a lot more than you guys think. Usually people are a little less obvious, but there's usually a strategy behind it. And unfortunately, Daphne was the reason that they wanted to get Daphne out. And it's one of those things that it's just kind of sad, because all you're seeing, and I tend to not want to prejudge. Being an alumni, I'm going to have a relationship with some of these people, but I also got to keep it 100. And it's just hard because you're looking at people and they're just flat out just being mean. And I was watching that elimination last night, and just some of the comments and attitude that was directed towards Daphne, was, I just didn't like it. I mean, let's be real. I mean, the elimination's over. What Daphne's saying is, let's be real. I mean, y'all, let's not, don't fake. Ain't nothing's worse in this world to have somebody, smile in your face and talk all kind of smack behind your back. At least give her the dignity to be upfront and honest with her at the final elimination. And I think that's all Daphne really wanted. Just some respect and just say, hey, just come out and say this is what it is. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't and the fake tears. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nah. Anyways, I won't even go there. But come on, let's say when you cry, you gotta have some tears. Anyways, so let's really talk about what everybody wants to talk about, and that's the big news that contestants walk off the set in the middle of filming, shut down the show. And it looks like from that first blurb from TMZ, looks like some of the contestants have looks like they've basically said okay, and looks like they've restarted filming. I'm glad to see that the show isn't caving in. And I mean, that's like, what show were these contestants watching? I mean, did you or did you not sign up for The Biggest Loser? I mean, don't you see every season they bring somebody back? And that's part of what keeps folks who get sent home early, that keeps you motivated, knowing that anytime possible that phone can ring. I mean, in the contract we signed, it says the producers can do and bring back whoever they want, when they want, how they want. So, it's like, what were these people thinking? You know, it boggles my mind. You know, we're part of a brand. You know, and as alumni, we try not to prejudge, and we try to, you know, we understand more than anybody. You know, you don't always get a full picture of what's going on. But you know, my daddy said something to me a long time ago growing up. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, guess what? It's usually a duck. And by the way, we Rose Bowl champs this year. But you know, it's just one of those things where they're every week they just seem to just feed into this stereotype that they're just flat out mean and bullies. And you know, after so long, you can only sit back for so long and defend them and just say, man, you know, they can't be the sharpest tools in this shit. So, you know, as far as them walking out, let them go. You know, good riddance. You know, I'm real interested to see, you know, how the show is going to I don't want to say twist it, but how they're going to choose to air this. From some of the reports I'm seeing is they're looking at, you know, they're going to show them walking off since it happened on camera. And see, that's what people don't realize about the show is they do want to show everything, but they can only show the stuff that happens on camera. If it happens off camera, they can't show it. You can't reenact stuff. So it's nice that I think it'll be nice if they do show, you know, how it happens and why it happens, and actually show them, you know, deciding to quit, you know, stop film. You know, you have to remember, it's not just about, you know, us contestants. You know, when you're filming like that, you know, you have cameramen, soundmen, you know, all these people have families, and for you to walk out and shut down, you know, to me it's just selfish. It's just selfish. Now, if there was something that was endangering them as contestants, or their health was, you know, if it was something like that, oh yeah, I understand. I perfectly understand that. But to step, you know, to leave the show as part of the game, you know, that's what it's there for. You know, that's what you're there for. And, you know, it's a game. So, you know, to me, that just boggles my mind. Now, I can totally understand, and I'm hoping I don't have all the information. I'm hoping there's something wrong. I'm missing out on something, and, you know, because it's just sad to see people want to walk off the show like that over them bringing people back. That happens every season. I mean, I remember my season. I remember getting the call thinking, oh, you know, hey, Arthur, you know, there's a chance you're going to come back. You know, it's going to be, you know, based on a vote. And, you know, I mean, that's what part of keeps you, you know, keeps you motivated. And, you know, of course, I didn't get sent back. But, you know, thank you, Rulon. Anyways, we won't go there. But you know me, I try to keep it 100 with y'all. But I am glad Jay got to go back. If it wasn't me, I'm glad Jay got to go back, because, you know, it's kind of my fault Jay went home anyway. So, you know, oh yeah, that was kind of the other thing about this challenge last week. It was kind of a little flashback, little deja vu, having control to mix up the teams. Nobody knows that more than me. I'll tell you this though, guys. A lot of the times, Bob really hit it on the head. You know, when you act on emotion and you take things personal and you do things on a personal level, usually it never turns out too good on the show. It really doesn't. You know, for me, to be honest, when I ate and all those chocolates and all that stuff and I switched the teams up, people were mad. You know, I mean, people were upset. I don't think there was anybody in the house that wasn't mad at me. But the difference was I took ownership of it right away. And I'll be honest, a lot of that was my ego. I was mad, and I wanted the people I was mad at to know. And so we went in, and I said, okay, everybody sat on the other side of the table, and I sat here, and I said, give it to me. And they all laid into me. I mean, they lashed into me. And, you know, but here's what I think I gained out of that. Whether or not they agreed with me, everybody knew why I did it. And most importantly, whether or not they agreed or disagreed, they respected the fact that I didn't hide behind the, you know, being able to keep it a secret. that I didn't let the house have that tension that would have been surrounded. And I went ahead and I owned that decision. So whether or not you agreed with it, you had to respect the fact that at least I was honest about it. And I think that is what Bob was trying to tell Daphne, that, you know, as soon as the quicker you get it out, the quicker people can forget about it and move on, because the dynamics of the house change so fast. I mean, one day you could be trust me, one day you could be, you know, everybody hates you, and the next day you're a hero. So, and you know, and nobody knows that better more than me. So, you know, I think that was something that, you know, a mistake Daphne could have made, and maybe future contestants out there will understand that. And I'm not saying you don't take advantage of some of those temptations. You know, I think in my case, if I wouldn't have done it in such a vindictive way, and I would have been more smart about it, I think I could have made it work better. So it's one of those things that you have to, you know, you really have to not take it personal. And Bob really hit it on the head. Just don't take it personal. You know, so, you know, that's kind of my little take on the temptation there. It was kind of nice though, seeing. It was kind of nice. It brought back some memories. Well, that's my take so far. That's my take on these last couple weeks and the contestants walking out. Let's hope, you know, let's hope that we're seeing a turnaround, you know, these next few weeks on the show. I'm real curious though, to be honest, to see now who are they going to go after. You know, because when you got Bob quoted as saying these contestants are mean and bullies, you know, it must be pretty bad. So I'm curious to see now that the Aqua team's gone, who are they going to pick on now? You know, so let's all stay tuned. Let's keep watching, and, you know, let's hope for some more positive stuff. But, you know, from what we can see in the media, them walking out, I don't know how positive it's going to be. Well, you guys take care. It's Arthur. And let's hope that this goes through this time.